Good morning, everybody. Okay, today is a really big day for us. Today we are hauling out the tree in the backyard, the one that's been there for 20 years. And here's Mr. Chew.
Hi.
Cooking a big breakfast. What is it? What are we having? What's
It's
that?
a recipe I saw on the internet. So I don't, it starts with an S. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyway, I'm going to give it a try.
Well, right now that's just bacon. But what are you cooking? You're going to be making what?
Tomato, onion, garlic, and eggs.
Ooh, sounds yummy.
Well, there's some ingredients that I don't have, so I'll just do without it.
Okay. The men are good cooks, so they can do it. So it's a gorgeous day today. We got all the windows open. It's going to be 18 degrees Celsius. And take you for a quick walk. Don't look at my backyard. It's really messy. We have to get our weed whacker fixed. And so anyhow, yep, we got a lot to do today. There's Goldie. Hear all those birds? I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. I came out and it was really warm out, and I filled up this bird feeder that we have. And all the birds, they're all yellow finch, red finch. We use black oil sunflower seeds because we get an awful lot of cardinals.
Okay, most of the oils are removed, so there's just a little bit of oil left. So I'm going to fry some onions here.
You mean the bacon fat?
Yeah. And some garlic, about 4 cloves chopped. Actually, maybe I put some more olive oil.
A little pinch
Yeah.
of olive oil.
Okay, the next thing, tomatoes goes in. I already put some salt already, so
Just a little bit, right?
yeah, just a little bit.
Like what? A tablespoon?
No, just to your taste.
About half a teaspoon.
Okay, the tomato is cooked. About what? 4 minutes worth? 4 or 5 minutes? So I'm going to cook about 8 eggs. Okay, so this is, I'm going to flip them. You can also keep on cooking sunny side up. but we prefer, what do you call it? Flip
Over easy.
over easy, okay?
Let's see. Always serving it, dishing it out. Yummy.
That's yours, man.
Bacon, tomatoes, eggs,
Garlic.
garlic, onions, and yummy seasoning. Thanks. Okay, so Kevin's busy cooking. I just stepped outside to make sure the cats are still here because they're all on the patio, and there was a gift left on the patio. It's our neighbor. They always grow so much, and if it's too much for them, they bundle it up and toss it over the fence.
Okay.
I'm very thankful for that. I do love it. So what I did is I just trimmed off the roots, washed them, and spread them out on a tea towel and just roll it up and try and pat it dry because I'm going to put them in my Excalibur. So I want them to be nice, and well, they're going to be a bit damp, but try and take as much water off as possible. I'll spread them out onto the trays, and in the Excalibur they go. Okay, so today I was tidying up my kitchen and I found I had ginger root that was sprouting. I mean, look at that, isn't that great? And there's another really big piece. Look at that. So these are ginger, so I decided I'm going to plant these. Last year I had planted turmeric, and this is turmeric. And that's sprouting. Oops, I don't know if you can see that. And I have one more piece here, the little sprout on it. So altogether there's 6 things I'm going to plant today. I'm just going to plant it in potting soil, and then I'll have to take it back inside because it's pretty cold. Okay, and now this is the turmeric. See how big that is? So it's the same thing. I don't plant them too deep. I'm just going to stick it down because this goes up, so I'm just going to poke it straight down. Or you can do it sideways if you want. See, it's sprouting roots already. I don't know if you can see that right there. So I think I'll just put it sideways. That's what I did last year. They did really well. I'm only going to poke it down about 1 inch and then cover it up. Okay, just like that. There's all those pots that I just planted the ginger and the turmeric. I brought them in the house because you know, they won't survive in the cold here in Canada. And these are my lemon trees that I started from seed. These are doing really well. And this is a spaghetti squash. And I just popped the seed in there and just to see how much it would grow. Yeah, it's way too early. More lemon trees. This is my curly kale that I planted in January. Then I transplanted them all into this pot. So I have 4 little plants there that I have been harvesting. This is the papaya tree that is like dead. That was the last one. Green onions. We're sprouting. This is just an experiment. Going to see what happens when we sprout the onions. And there's 2 more lemon trees in the back. And this is all those seed pots that I made from toilet paper rolls, and I planted all those peas in there, and I only got 1 seedling. So I repotted these, and so I don't know if you can see. Okay, that there, the red ones. This row here is all amaranth. This row, these 2 rows here, those are triple, what is it? Well, these are cherry tomatoes. Tricolor, that's it, tricolor cherry tomatoes. This is buttercup squash. These are sunflower seeds. And this is another row of peppers that are not doing very well, but I think there's one that has sprouted. And up here, these are my tomato seedlings. This is Moneymakers, Amish paste, Roma tomatoes, and the little one there is ground cherry. There's 2 in there. And this is yard-long cucumbers. Let's move this out of the way. So right there, yard-long cucumbers. And this is cucamelons. So I was hoping to transplant one of these in a pot and put it on my father's balcony. And these are marigolds. I had to plant a whole pile of new seeds because I had planted them way too early. And it was just so cold here. And you know, with the weird weather here this spring, so everything died. I lost all my cherry tomatoes I had planted before, or I had sprouted before. And yeah, so let's keep our fingers crossed, that these guys survive. Okay, so we ended up cutting down that tree with a chainsaw, and now we have this big stump. We drilled holes into the center of the stump. You see that? And filled them with Epsom salts. And yesterday it rained, so hopefully the Epsom salts went right down. We drilled deep, deep holes, and then so we're going to put more Epsom salts on it. We did this to another tree stump, and what it does is it really does break down the wood. And turns it into mush, and you step on it and it'll break down. I'll just take you into the greenhouse and have a little look. We took most of the stuff out, and but the stuff that's in here, these plants, we wanted to keep in here because they're growing so well. I'm so afraid to lose them if I leave them out overnight. So this is the pak choi. It's growing really well. Down there is spinach. This is a potato plant. This is my banana tree. I have 2 banana trees. This one I pulled out because it wasn't doing so great inside. So I just put it in the greenhouse to see how it will work out, and it's doing really well actually. It's got a new leaf on it. It's broccoli, and it's a bunch of seeds that I planted, and guess what? I should have labeled them because I have no clue what they are. I forgot. So this is my other broccoli. It's doing really well. These are my Alaska peas. We had that snowstorm after I brought these out, and so I covered them in that cheap plastic. It's like painter's floor cloth, and it worked though. They survived. 6 plants per pot. See, my blueberries are doing really well. I was so afraid I killed them because I yanked them out and transplanted them. They're doing good. These are the pots that I had put, I started with kitchen scraps. So I put kitchen scraps in the bottom, like up to about here, and then put about 2 inches of triple mix in there, and planted some seedlings that I started. So this is broccoli and kale, and that is chives that I pulled out from in between my patio, because my neighbor's seeds her chives. She grows a lot of chives. And then they go to seed and they all blow over my yard, but it's okay. And this is the blue Scotch kale, and these are all the green onions that I had in my house since January, so I just brought them out and stuck them in. This is the tree that we cut down. I now have a big job to do. I gotta cut that all up. Put it in a pile and we'll just burn it when we have a fire. This is my strawberries. These are those tiny strawberries, but they're still pretty good. My raspberries are doing really well. And this is that Hugo culture that I built not too long ago. And as you can see, the garlic's doing really well. And so are the daylilies. Hi guys. So I did finish dehydrating the chives. It took about 24 hours and they did not become crispy. They were on the rubbery side. I'm not sure if they're dehydrated very well, but I don't think I'll do that again. Not with chives. Or maybe I just overloaded them on the trays. But here they are. So all of them did fit in this one small bag. It's a freezer bag. And I did have 4 full trays of chives, but if you can see, they're rubbery. That's what it is. And I checked my book, my Excalibur manual, and they just talk about herbs. They didn't actually say anything about chives. So, I'm not sure if they're supposed to be crispy or rubbery, but there you go. So that was it, and I don't think I'll dehydrate chives again. So I don't really use them, I don't cook with them, I don't know what to do with them, and I'm really not sure if they're dehydrated properly. And when I opened up that baggie to give you a shot of it, to show you, it had an odor that did not really smell like garlic chives. So anyhow, you guys have a great day.